Donald Trump wants nothing more than to get away from the Epstein files. We've talked a lot about that. And now something has been brought to light by Bloomberg. Apparently, they have gotten access to 18,000 emails from Jeffrey Epstein's Yahoo account. And apparently, there is an email in there, or a couple of emails, from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein back and forth, talking about a power list. And at one point, she asks about whether or not to include a list of people, and one of the names on the list was Donald Trump. And Epstein says, remove him. Now, what's the power list? We don't know. There's no context given about what this list means. And this is where Donald Trump could get himself in trouble, depending on the context, if he provides additional context or if something comes out because he wants to be included in all things powerful. Does he try to brag and say, well, I should have been on that list, not knowing what it was? Or whatever, we don't know. All we know is that they were talking about Donald Trump and removing him from this power list. Now, beyond that, they were talking about, at one point prior to him being convicted, etc., about Jeffrey Epstein's investigation. And all he said was they probably talked to Donald. Now, does that mean that they thought maybe Donald Trump was an informant? We don't know. Again, there's a lot of context missing. We'll have to see if they interview or when they interview Ghislaine Maxwell, what more details come out about this. But that doesn't look good for Donald Trump. Apparently, with these new clues, it once again confirms that at least Epstein and Maxwell were talking about Donald Trump and they knew him. When Donald Trump is trying to say never knew the guy, didn't do anything with him, never really met him, threw him out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep, this and that. Donald Trump is trying desperately to get away from the Epstein files, and the more and more information that comes out is just more damning to Donald Trump with every little bit. Now we have to see what else comes out from the congressional oversight hearing into the Epstein files, if there's more details, if there's more nuance, and there probably is somewhere about what this list means, etc. But there is at least a power list email thread that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein were talking about, and Donald Trump either was or was at least considered to be added to it, and then Epstein said remove him from it. So we don't know, like I said, the context here, but it's just another step proving that those two knew each other, and there is something there, which proves why Donald Trump is doing everything in his power to shift the narrative from the Epstein files and to not release them despite his campaign promise.